Don't want to lose your life over there.
Okay, you ready?
Yep.
Okay, stand by. Okay.
All right, here we go. All right, we should be coming up live.
You are on.
Oh, we're on. Jeez, welcome to It's Liquor Talking right here at WCRN AM 830. I didn't get the lead in. I'm just I'm sitting here. I don't know what I'm supposed to.
Generally pretty lost.
Yeah,
all the help in the world doesn't really work, but it gives us something.
I need help, but it's professional help, and there's none around. Hey, everybody, welcome to It's the Liquor Talking right here on WCRN AM 830. We are broadcasting from Julio's Liquors on Route 9 in Westboro. Go to juliusliquors.com for all the pertinent information and come on down. The weather's always perfect inside a liquor store.
Yeah, raining outside. It's a little bit of a break in the heat, and we have a studio audience member with us.
Yeah, we actually have two.
Yeah,
we're gonna because Cousin Vinny's has graced us with,
him.
Yeah, okay. he graced us with his presence today, so he's over there. So now, if everything messes up, Cousin Vinny's right over there.
Yeah,
we can yell at him. It makes it even better. Well, let's bring in because it's time.
Let's get through the pomp and the circus.
Here comes Ray, waving to the people, his loyal subjects, and he's here for, of course. The wine of the week. Get rid of that stuff. That's ridiculous. All right.
Ray, welcome to the show.
Thanks.
You've brought wine with you.
I did bring wine.
All right. So, Ray, what is the wine of the week this week?
The wine of the week today, again, without a little summer wine sipping, is an Italian varietal called Valangina.
Valangina, easy for you to say.
Easy for me to say. So Valangina is a grape that goes back to the days of the Greeks, and it found its way into southern Italy, specifically Campania. And
Campania.
And another reason, not just because it's a summer sipper, but also if you're a Chardonnay drinker and you want something a little different, I really recommend that you try this particular
no oak
grape varietal. No oak.
No oak.
No oak.
All right. The varietal of grape is called Valangina.
Valangina. So in the Italian, it comes from the Italian word falanga, which means stake. The stakes that are used where they attach the vines to
like a wooden
stake.
Yeah.
Correct.
Like killing vampire steak.
Yes. So this particular producer
in Italy, in Campania.
I got excited when you said steak.
Yeah, I know you did. I know. You reel it back, buddy.
Yeah. So this particular producer is, and there are several, but this one is Terra Dura, and it is by DePaolo. It's 1999, and again, it says Valangina on here. So what is Valangina? So the aromas, Ryan, that I'm sure you're picking up.
Yeah.
It's very floral.
Yeah, it's got nice like almost like I want to almost say like some sort of like hibiscus maybe, or some sort of real flower,
white flowers. But it's got a nice minerality in the mouth. Nice freshness.
Good acidity.
Yeah, good acidity.
Cleans your mouth out.
Mm-hmm.
Which is nice on like a humid day today because we got like all this like rain and stuff like that. It'd be great with cheese and stuff. This is good food wine.
Soft cheeses, perfect with this. Shrimp, clam.
Oh yeah, any type of seafood.
Scallops, absolutely. So here you're picking up aromas and flavors of apple. I'm sure you can pick up the apple is really dominant in here. So you got apple, you got some pineapple in here, you got pear in here, and if you've ever had another fruit called quince, you pick up that
little quince.
Little quince.
Yeah.
Quincy Jones.
Sure.
I actually just had something at Miramonte in Worcester this past week that would have been perfect with this. They had it was like a basically like a white clam sauce, perfect. Like clear with garlic and stuff. It was delicious. This would have been
Italian white varietals. I always say, look, you can go from the north all the way down to the south into Sicily, and the soil composition there, you get this really nice stony minerality, which I love in a white wine. I mean, I just love that.
Well, you get that volcanic unfortunately
Well,
for
in
Sicily,
Sicily,
we
you
just
do,
had
yeah, you could.
another one,
Yeah.
another one blow.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
this is really good. Thank you. I like this one. So give us the name and the price.
So again, it's the producer is Terradora de Palo. It's the grape is Falangina, and it says right on the label. And it is, I believe, the 2022 vintage, and it is $19.99 less 15% today, all of next week. And again,
good wine.
one of the things we talk about in upstairs in the wine department, you can try it before you buy it.
There are other
It'll-
machines.
It'll be upstairs, and we highly recommend you try it. And I think when you do, you're going to buy it.
If you
It's
go
really
on
nice.
onto Julio's Liquors Facebook page where we do this live broadcast also, other than just on the radio, obviously. But Cousin Vinny has already put up a link to the product, so
Perfect.
you can check it out there too. All right,
Awesome.
well, we had some fun stuff that went on this week, and it's a new project that Ray is involved with that we just started. It's with Midnight Cellars. It's with Rich from Midnight Cellars is the winemaker there.
It's out of
Paso
Paso
Robles,
Robles, right?
out of Paso Robles. We did a great thing. You can actually go back and look under It's the Liquor Talking on the Facebook page, or you can look at It's the Liquor Talking wherever you get your podcast, and you can find it. We did a great interview with him. We did a nice tasting with him. But very interesting. What we're going to do is we're actually going to bring back what was called Mooncraft. We did a special red with Midnight Cellars, and we're going to bring it back for our 50th anniversary. We're going to do another red blend. So Rich sent us some blends that he's been working with that we thought would be good for us. Ray was here, of course. Eric was here. What was? Oh, geez,
Cork
that
pop.
was a cork pop.
Yeah.
It's just ready to kill me over here. And we did we went through and tasted the blends that he sent us. So what you have in front of you is the one we picked, which happens to be a Cab Malbec blend, 50-50, 50% Cab, 50% Malbec.
Now, is this trying to mirror the style that you had earlier, or like you're trying, or are you just
No, we want
kind of doing a new version of it for this?
the best version of something that we can get.
And were there different varietals and you settled on these two, or these are the
We
ones
went
that
through different blends. Some of them
Okay.
were we had some Zin, we had some Syrah. We had this blend. This I think was by far just so good, so rich. This one's going to probably be the regular price would be like a $21.99, but go try it. So we think we tried to put some gas on this because we did this on Tuesday. So this is a sample which isn't as stable as getting
2 minutes.
regular wine in the bottle. So they change quicker, but
So you
Ray-
tried to
Ray-
stabilize it with
Right.
a neutral
argon.
gas.
We used
that-
argon.
Okay, displaces the ox. Okay.
Mhm.
I thought you were saying you're trying to give it the gas,
pretty
and
good.
get the project done quicker by like,
This will be here. This should be here in September.
nice.
That's what we're looking at. Mid-September, we should have this in stock. Came off a little bit, but not much. It's not quite as good as it was on Tuesday,
Well,
but it's been but
It's
not far off though.
no. So the fruit is still showing great through it. So this is, as you said, Ryan, Cab Merlot, I'm sorry, Cab Malbec,
Malbec blend.
and it's a 50-50 blend.
I
And
can actually tell you.
what our friend Rich did, he took his best block of vineyards in an area called Templeton Gap, which is a sub AVA
1 minute.
in Paso, and he took the Cabernet from another section of Paso that he owns, where it's heavily graveled and rocky,
Yep.
which is very conducive for Cabernet. So we got two of the best blocks, and it's showing.
Yeah,
actually,
it's
showing
a blend of the Malbec portion. This is a blend of three. Normandy Vineyard and Creston is the Cab.
Right.
Is the
And
50%.
all of that in the largest
seconds.
wine producing region in California that's not Napa or Sonoma. I don't know
Right.
if you know this, right?
I do.
It's, you told me this last week or whatever.
Yeah,
it was.
I did.
Very good.
Very
But what's
good.
the name of that? What's the name of that? What's the valley or the area? Or the
15
region
seconds.
called?
Paso
In
Robles.
Paso?
Yeah, that whole category.
It is Paso.
Oh, it is
Yeah.
Paso, but isn't it to begin with an L? Like, what's
No.
Uh,
There's no,
The
that's,
Lodi? You thinking like
yeah.
Lodi?
All right. Well, we can take a break. We're talking. Be back.
Wow, we're getting shot. That's really loud. All right. Well, I'm awake now. How about you guys?
Okay,
All
you're
right.
clear, guys.
All right, thanks. So that is our new that's the new blend that's going to be coming out. I think it's really really nice. I'm very excited about this project. This will be the third time we've done Mooncraft.
Do you know
which
how
is our
much it
blend.
generally yields, and have people taking pre-orders?
We'll-
Because the excitement has to be pretty high on.
We'll have about 100 cases when we're all said and done. About 100 cases. People that went, we are gonna do a pre-release.
Yeah.
We're actually gonna do two. One for the people that were like basically came to Rich's event.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna do a pre-release for everybody.
Yeah.
That they can get some of this at less than what the regular price is gonna be.
And then it goes.
And
out.
then it'll be, you know, when we get it in, it'll be higher price, but we are going to try to sell some of it, but it's going to do really, really well. I think, I think it's just going to go over tremendously.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
And a new variety, Falangina, which I just learned about, but making a
Valentina,
delicious product.
yeah, I mean, there are umpteen white varietals in Italy, and I've yet to come up with one that I didn't like.
Yeah.
So they're all really, really good. And
Ray likes wine.
I do like wine. I do. It's good for you.
Umpteen sounds like a big number, but it's
Umpteen,
still
yes.
in the teens.
It's still in the
So,
teens. Yes, it's
Yeah.
still in the teens. I'm 2,000. All right. Ray, thank you very much for joining us today.
My pleasure.
And we'll see you upstairs after the show. And see Ray, try the new white wine.
Yeah,
Please do.
absolutely.
Absolutely. Thank you.
And you'll have the other one open if somebody wants to give it a shot.
Yes.
Because after today, we won't be able to use it.
Yeah, it's it'll be
Yeah,
hitting
it'll be
shelves.
good. So if anybody wants to
yeah.
try the new Mooncraft from Midnight Cellars, they can certainly do that. All right. Thanks, Ray.
My pleasure.
All right, Matt, you can come on up. So this is like a round robin
What's the
today.
name of the thing that they carry Ray out on? What's that? That they put him up on the shoulders with the.
You know, I
poles?
was at the we went to the it's a sedan.
Is that what it's?
Yeah, it's called a sedan.
All right.
It's basically a covered seat. And they put like the 2x4s go like
Yeah.
the things go slide down the things, and then you have the coachman lift
Yeah.
it
Some
up.
poor suckers have to.
Yeah, it's
carry
the
it.
footman. The footman, I believe,
Yeah.
that's what they're called. They lift it up, but it's a sedan chair.
Yeah.
And that's what they take Ray out on.
Wow.
All right, Matt. Well, wait, we're still in break. We're gonna be back in a minute. So just get your stuff on, put it on your right hand side. You got it. Let me hear you. Say something.
Hello.
All right, that's
I'm
great.
here.
He's here. All right. So we're gonna try some new stuff going on, and as soon as we get back, we should be coming back in about a minute. Am I correct on that, Russ?
You got another 30 seconds after this spot, and then after the 30
Oh, I lost you.
Yeah.
All right. We get it like
30-second spot is the
the rejoin. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go through. We're off the air right now. We're still recording on Facebook Live
Yeah.
because Matt's not used to some of the stuff. So we're going to talk about next week. We're gonna go through quickly about the Summer Beer Festival
Mhm.
and some very exciting news for another new project that's coming to fruition that we're going to get to try
Mhm.
that no one else has. And we'll go through that in a minute. Did you try any of the wine?
Me? No.
Yeah. No,
No, I didn't.
really. Well, the beer department, they're crazy over there anyways. All right. I'm going to take this one because I'll have it.
30 seconds.
All right. So now we're down to 30 seconds. We'll come back in a second.
Hopefully that doesn't pop off.
I know. Well, that's what happened today.
Yeah, I heard.
That's what hit. I thought
heard
I was
it
going to get
popped off.
was a gunshot going
Yeah,
off
it's
over
not
here.
good.
Ryan gets a couple titles. Think people trying to assassinate.
Yeah.
A little, let's not get
No,
crazy.
hey, it is what it is.
Seconds. Stand by.
All right. Here
Quiet on the set.
we're coming back.
Deep Eddy Vodka and Deep Eddy Sweet Tea Vodka. And please, day drink responsibly. Two grown men broadcasting from a large cold room. Live from the Jim Beam Cold Storage Studio in the Harvard Route 9 of Westboro. It's Slow Liquor Talking with Ryan Maloney and Six Medium Randall Bird.
Hey, everybody, and welcome back to It's the Liquor Talking. Oh, maybe not. Hey, everybody, welcome back to It's the Liquor Talking right here on WCRN at AM 8:30. We're back, and joining us on the dais right now
Ray
is
has jumped in a time
Yeah.
machine, looking younger,
younger than ever.
full beer.
Yeah.
He grew a lot too.
Definitely, yeah.
Got taller and everything. Got a full head of hair, and everything. No, this is Matt from the beer department.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome to the show.
Hey, Matt.
Hey.
Now
So
you
please
have to
stop the
bring
enthusiasm.
something.
Matt
In
just
order
woke
to
up, everybody.
Appear on the show, you have to bring something to the
Yes.
table.
Yeah. Okay.
I see empty glasses. But
All right, here. I'll give you this.
We
You
got
can-
some empty glasses. So what I brought today, you want to get right into it?
Yeah.
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 look.
What I brought today was our collaboration, our barrel age project we did with Three Floyds that we just got in. Three Floyds.
So they have sent us basically a sent us a case of the project that's coming in for the is it the 23rd, the 24th?
26th will be the release of
26th
it.
is the official release. Now, I am going to let you know that we do have some of these samples, and this sort of it ties in. We are doing next week. Next week is the Summer Beer Festival.
Correct.
It's be some of this there that you can sample it. So you're going to get everybody else will get sort of a sneak peek also of this new project. Three Floyds is like a pretty big deal,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Yeah. They
Are they
don't
local or are they?
No.
they're- So
No,
but they're-
Michigan.
far from. Yeah. They're out of actually they're out of Munster, Indiana.
Oh, sorry.
So
What did I say?
Midwest.
Midwest.
Midwest. Yeah.
Munster,
Yeah,
Munster,
yeah,
Indiana.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's my fault.
They they don't even do collaborations with like liquor stores around them, which is crazy that they decided. I think what it was is they saw that we were crazy enough to drive our own barrels all the way out there.
Yeah.
Which I mean, how long of a drive is that? Like 14? It's got to be more than like 14 hours, right?
maybe for you, but yeah.
Randall,
When
it's
Ryan and I
Megan
did
and
this
I.
Cocaine the
39 hours.
Bandit run,
Yeah.
we can do it. In
Eastbound and down. That's all I'm saying. You know,
But regardless, I don't think
westbound and down.
any normal person in their right mind would not drive that long unless they really want to do a project.
Sure.
And I think they saw that. And obviously they knew who we were. And I mean, we have the
We've been
history
selling
of
Three
the-
Floyd since they started. We've been a good partner to those guys.
And this is a big deal nationally, but it looks like an incredibly dark beer. So
Mhm.
So we actually took
I
some
could
of our
cheat and look at the bottle, but
we took some of our lock and key barrels, and
Yeah.
that's what
Yep.
the guys drove out there to stop. And it's almost been a year in
It was
prep
over
Over
a
a year,
year,
right?
over a year. Yeah. Over a year.
to
it
get
went
this
in.
done.
What were they? Can't say what the barrels were.
No,
But
we can't say what the barrels were. We can only say that
they
they're
held
lock and
whiskey.
lock and key bourbon barrels.
bourbon barrels. So we can say that.
I get a lot of dark chocolate, coffee.
Well, tell us what
It's an Imperial
type
Stout,
of
right?
beer is it? Imperial Stout?
It's
or
an
what?
imperial stout. Yeah, it's 15%. So every beer that Three Floyds does, all their
Mhm.
barrel aged stouts, they're like massive. And when I say massive, I mean like well over 10%. Just super flavorful.
This will curl your toes.
Yeah, like you definitely you definitely want to split one of these with someone. They do a lot of really good
It's just so good.
adjuncts they
Really.
put in. They put a lot of good stuff in, a lot of good ingredients, and you get a lot of that flavor from it. So we have vanilla, cinnamon, and coffee. That's what it's based on. And then you could really taste that coffee. And I get dark chocolate, and then I get cinnamon on the finish.
I
which
also get
think-
some really good you get like again sort of like that sugar cookie sort of flavor to it.
I heard I heard yesterday. I actually tasted it out for a customer, and they went, "This tastes like a cookie." I don't get that.
No, I do.
No, I get
The
dark
customer
chocolate.
was right. You're wrong.
This is two people.
How about this, Matt? I'll give you this. It's a chocolate covered cookie.
Yeah.
How's
okay,
that? Is that all right?
I
Yeah,
get
it's
chocolate.
off.
Do you guys get chocolate too, though?
I
I
get
get
dark-
definitely
dark
get chocolate.
chocolate.
I get dark chocolate. I get coffee. I get a little bit of leather. I get cinnamon is definitely in there. I get a really good vanilla bean in there.
Yeah.
It's a meal. I mean, it's just
Yeah,
it's huge. It's a
big
thinking.
stout.
We call it thinking person's whiskey.
Yeah.
Now
And this
I
isn't
am
in cans. This isn't a bottle.
This
Is
isn't
they
a bottle.
typically
50.
bottle, or do they do cans as well?
So they only do this format for a very special release. They only do once a year, and it's called Dark Lord. And what Dark Lord is something similar to this. It's a barrel aged beer, and people will travel from all over the country, some from all over the world, just to get their hands on a Dark Lord bottle. So this was such a special project for them because we put in the effort to drive out there, and they knew how serious we were. That they're like, we're gonna do the Dark Lord format for this, which is super
Nice.
cool because usually when, so this is like, gives us 750s because you have to hand bottle and hand wax the 750s. They don't just have like a machine for it. So they put the effort into it too, which we appreciate. And I mean, I couldn't be more excited with how it looks.
That came out
Color
great. It,
wax.
it looks
Yeah.
it looks very foreboding.
Yeah.
Well,
I
and
don't
I
know
think-
if that word
but
makes-
that also is represented in what you're tasting too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know me. I'm a beer flavored beer type guy. That like I drink beer when I'm thirsty. I usually like a pilsner, a lager, Kolsch, or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Because that's. But I don't mind these other ones that are like this, which is like deep, dark, and delicious. They have all these other flavors going on. This is something that again I'm not having. I'm not drinking this whole bottle.
No. Yeah, I
But-
wouldn't
but this-
advise doing
But this bottle that we're trying right now, we opened the other day and then just resealed it,
Mhm.
and it's still
Still holding up.
holding up really, really well.
Yeah.
Because it's not heavily carbonated anyways. But just to keep, although it did pop on me over here,
Yeah.
but it's really, really good. I think people are really going to enjoy it.
Well,
You're going to get the first taste for the public. Although if you were here in the audience today, you got that first taste. But the first taste for the public is going to be on next weekend, the Summer Beer Festival, which is 2 to 3:30 on Saturday, July 20th. But then the guys are coming in here on the 26th. Is the official launch is going to be with the guys from Three Floyds. They're coming out.
Yeah, the 26th, and then we're gonna be pouring it the 20th, and we'll do some sort of like pre-sale.
You'll be able to try it and buy
Be
it.
able to try and buy,
Buy
yeah,
it
try
before it comes.
you buy
And just basically put your order in. Baby.
Sure. Yep.
That's great.
Um,
And you'll know what it's try before you buy, so you'll already know what it tastes like, which is
Your
perfect.
temporary cap was pushed aside by this imposing Mount Skull, like Skull's angry,
It's
right?
cool.
Like
It's
your
really
little,
cool.
Your little,
Yeah.
cap can't hold that back, right?
Look at this
It
thing.
just
Look at
blew
this
it right
thing.
off.
It just blew it right off.
Yeah.
Well, Matt, we
Are
really
there any beers? I have one quick question. Any beers out there that
we
have
lost
like
us. We're on dead air now. I don't know why we've lost us.
air supply or like clouds and just that doesn't seem to be the theme. They all seem to be,
They're all metalheads. That's why.
yeah.
They're into like Dungeons and Dragons and stuff, so they
Yeah.
have a lot to do with that. And it's just a bunch of friends that were into metal, and they just started a brewery like
Yeah.
20 years ago.
I never see an imperial stout with like easy listening yacht rock kind of mentality.
I'm sure there's something out there.
Yeah, we
Oh,
gotta
they
find
had-
it.
You
they
think
had-
so?
They had a what's it called? What's the movie? Is it Top Gun? We had like a Top Gun themed stout last year. It's not. I know it's not yacht rock, but it's like
Yeah.
80ish, 90ish themed.
Danger Zone?
That was pretty fun.
Into the danger
Yeah,
zone?
yeah, that's what
Yeah.
it's called, something like that, which I thought was funny.
All right.
But-
Well, okay. So let me point this out because I guess we lost connection with the radio station. So let me
And
just,
reality several.
and reality
times.
several times.
Now we're
The
just-
Summer
we're just
Beer
talking to
Fest.
each other,
The
huh?
Summer Beer Festival is Saturday, July 20th, from 2 to 3:30. We are going to have this special Three Floyds barrel aged, lock and key barrel aged
Well, there's a ton of other things, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I'm gonna give you a sort of a list of this because this is really you did a very good job, Matt. Getting so over 25 breweries, including we got Jack's Abbey, Trogue, Stone, Allagash, Cole Harbor, Trillium, Medusa, Sam Adams, Harpoon, Great Good, Notch Brewing, Mighty Squirrel, 7-7, Little Willow Brewing Company, Brick and Feather, Counterweight Brewing Company, Long Live Beer Works, Spyglass. That's a great one.
Yes.
Spyglass Beer Brewing Company, Down East Ciders, Happy Dad Seltzers, Long Drink, Mixed Cocktails, Oneida Seltzer, Fabrizia, and Sun Cruisers. That's just including them. It's
That's
insane.
not everything.
That's not everything. We get over 25 breweries there.
Yeah, we added some more.
Yeah, you get,
sorry.
but it's one of those type of things. It's a $10. You buy a $10 gift card to go. Go to juliosliquors.com
There's
to
your
get
spot,
that.
and you
Go
get
to
the
do
$10
events.
back.
Yeah, you get use that $10, but you can bring a friend. And by the way, food is going to be provided by Fireflies.
Oh,
So
no,
yeah,
like
I
that.
know.
thought
You can't
said-
have any. We need some from everybody else. You can't have any. I'm sorry, Randall. But they're going to be coming down and doing that. So it's going to be a lot of fun. It's from 2 to 3:30. We always say that 2 to 3:30, which is an hour and a half. It's like, wow, that's really short. I go, no, that's perfect. Trust me.
Yeah.
You'll have fun. But if it goes, we can always go a little bit longer. Gives us some leeway in there
Yeah.
if everybody's having a good time and everybody's under control.
Yeah.
because this is not to get to the point. It is
Anytime you're traveling this summer and you're enjoying and imbibing, please be responsible and think of the other people around you on the roads and things like that. So
who's coming for the
2
thing on the
minutes.
who's coming for the thing on the 26th from
Three Floyds,
Yeah.
it's going to be our direct sales rep that we work with from Three Floyds. Is the only one on the state. His name's Tony, and then his boss, who's coming from New York. I haven't met him yet. It's my first time meeting him, but so two people from the company. They don't have much.
they don't have a that's not a big
people,
company.
yeah.
Yeah.
any of
so
the Floyds,
outside.
like which one's pink?
You'd have to
Song reference?
No, not at all. Go away. No, this is really good beer. It's getting to try it, but this is part of the whole thing. We just did a thing with Cold Harbor, which we did that for our 50th anniversary. We just did a beer with Jack's Abbey, the Julio's Lager.
Yep.
We're doing, of course, this beer. Earlier, we did one with Fiddlehead.
Yep.
We got some other ones coming up.
Yeah.
We got Burlington. Is it Burlington?
Burlington Beer Company.
Burlington Beer Company.
Brick and Feather.
Yeah, I told you about. We just went to the thing. We got some
1
wine
minute.
coming in. So we're geared up to do some really cool projects this year.
50th anniversary, but spread out across
Across
the whole year.
Yeah, I wanted the whole year. instead
Don't
of
let it
spread-
run
Yeah.
into like one big event and a party.
Yep.
Let that party continue responsibly throughout the whole year.
Yeah, that way we can just celebrate all year long and have some really cool things to go to. All right, I think we got to take a break. Matt, I want to
Wait.
thank you for coming down and trying us on this beer. I think it's great. I think everybody's going to have a good time next weekend.
30 seconds.
Have you seen this, Matt? Before?
Oh,
No,
is that
wait.
open cans?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
Oh,
opens so you can.
What you
drink
can't
out of-
see on the radio is Randall has a gizmo that
This is
opens
bad.
cans.
Left field pulling that out.
Well, no, but I mean, this has been a thing that I've been working on, like weird kitchen gadgets,
Uh-huh.
and I came across this, so it allows you to remove the whole top of the can off. So with something with an intense aroma, of course, this is in a bottle. You'd get it from the whole can, and you don't have to re-pour it where glassware or plastic is probably. Anyway, just wondering.
Take a break. We'll be back after these messages. Thank you. Matt.
Okay.
All right.
Clear.
You're in clear. Thank you, Matt. All right. Thanks, Matt. What did you think of it, Randall?
It was good. It's
I know you're not a
pretty
big coffee
intense.
guy.
Yeah, I don't like coffee. It is, I think, the imperial stout like kind of style that's like got that big taste, a little bit of a kind of some of those bitter coffee notes.
Yeah.
I could see the appeal of it. It's
Yeah.
just not really my kind of.
Yeah, no, I think
stuff.
yeah, I like I said, I'm a flavored beer guy, but when something's good, you can even if
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
not even if it's not yours, you can sort of appreciate the style it is too, you know.
Well, yeah, and I think that this is, you know, he was explaining that some of these people were into Dungeons and Dragons and metal and all this
Yeah.
stuff, and this is just a good sessionable thing with a bunch of people around to have it and enjoy it. So
We're gonna have Johnny come up since we're in the break.
Sessionable.
Yeah. Johnny, why don't you come up and
Yeah.
join us?
all right.
Johnny on the spot's back. He was back last week, but we had a full day and he was busy running around doing stuff. This means that the studio audience will now have to work for their drinks, but I think they'll deal with it.
And what you can't see watching the radio is that John sits over an actual cue spot that tells him where to be. So that's why he is Johnny on the spot.
There we go.
That's you really went with that.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. What am I?
What,
Just
what
Go
do you-
fill in some of
Let's
that.
roll with it. Don't think too hard.
I know, really. Let's move on. All right, Randall, do you want to try your
Well, I'm going to try opening it, and I'll
Do you
start
have
the
it? Oh, you got
process
it, you
because
got
it
it.
isn't the easiest
Well,
thing.
All right, so Randall is now going to attempt to use his thingamajig to open a
All-
can.
Called a draft top thing,
It's
and
a
there
draft
are
top.
Chinese imitations on this.
Is that a Chinese imitation?
No, this is made in America.
Okay, well then
They have
that's
one
one
called
wrong.
America, which is a red, white, and blue.
1 minute.
flag on it.
Okay,
But that's sold out currently. I had to order the Ghost edition of the new one.
the Ghost
So-
edition. Wow,
So
does it
what's
have
a little
ghost on
bit
it?
tricky on this is if the can is full.
Well, I think that
Put it in.
Spilling, but just a wee bit.
Yeah.
Just a wee bit.
And so what I'm fascinated with is aroma, right? Because it's
30
such a big
seconds.
component of taste.
Yeah.
And normally if you're drinking out of a can or a small bottle, into
a drinking vessel,
container,
like drinking vessel.
no edge on it.
Well, now you rub your fingers in it. I
The
don't
new version of this is called lift. It's called a draft top lift. But as you're doing this, I'm just going to pass this
I wanna
for
see it.
aroma and nosing purposes. You can drink like it. You can garnish it. You
I don't
can
know
put
where those
ice
hands are been. I
into
ain't
it,
drinking it, so
but I'm just saying.
yeah,
like you're
no,
getting a
that's
lot
but
more
he's
of
right.
the-
There's no
no lip.
there's no lip on that.
So you
I
throw
know some,
like
I know
if you
some
had,
kids that could use that no lip.
but there's a lot of places that don't allow you to have glassware,
Right.
and the cans and the cups come out like, you know, everything's, you got to wash stuff, you got to do this. So if you can muddle through it, and there's a newer version of this called the lift, which
holds it.
which puts the little tab in the unit, and when
Right,
you
so
pull it
pull it
off,
up,
it just
takes
takes
the
takes
tab
the whole
off.
thing off.
So when I first watched you cut that, it didn't cut where I thought it was cutting. I thought it was cutting around the outside.
No, it's cutting in the
or
inside.
Making what you would think would be a razor sharp thing, but it's removing
Yeah,
the inside portion of it.
that was interesting.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's nice.
And there, you know, there.
So next week, so we're about to do on August 10th, we're going to do an RTG, Ready to Go festival.
Really?
Yeah. So it's all pre-mixed cocktails that are in Terra, or what is it? Why am I can't
Tetra Pak?
Tetra Pak, or cans, because you can take them anywhere. Like RTDs are ready to drink. I like RTG, which means ready to go. You can take them anyways. They, you know, from the pool to the beach to tennis courts to golfing, wherever it's all that stuff. I'm gonna have you just sit there all day and do this.
Yeah, I want the pro version, which is
Okay, we can do
the.
the program. Lost
But,
again. We keep.
I like to recycle a lot of stuff and reuse it, so I made a bicycle out of Tetra Paks, and every once in a while I go tetracycling.
Tetracycline. Gotcha. Okay.
We can, for some reason I have to apologize to everybody. We seem to be losing our
As I
feed.
say, are we back on the air?
Yeah,
We could have been.
Losing our feed or losing our mind. You're listening to It's the Liquor Talking here on WCRN. We may
don't
be
know if we're getting-
experiencing some technical
Well,
difficulties.
we're
but
we're
gonna-
still on, so here, but
Oh,
it might
okay.
not be on.
Well-
And I'm gonna shut it.
While we're on here and you're working through that, I just want to say the first three beverages, the two wines and the beer, were outstanding. So,
All right, it's got 2 minutes of music left, so hopefully he can bring us back on. Can we come back on?
You're
Russ?
on.
We're back on. Oh, we're back on. Welcome
Yes.
back. So we're having a little bit of technical difficulties today. I don't know if it's with the
I thought it was swimmer's ear because we couldn't hear anything in our headphones, but
it's the humidity.
Hey, how about if I do the larceny question of the show? Would that be okay?
Sounds good.
yes, you have a
Alright.
question,
I have a question for you.
but we may not have answers. Let's see. what
I
we got.
doubt it. I've been giving you some pretty good softballs lately, and then
Yeah.
even that's been difficult. But let's try it. The larceny question of the show today is: what well-known rum producer had to move its operations from Cuba to the Bahamas after the Cuban Revolution? Now, do I need to give you some?
Yeah, there's a
I-
lot
I-
of rums in that area.
How about-
I will need to.
I'll give you three. How's that? Captain Morgan, Mount Gay, or Bacardi.
All right.
Captain Morgan, Mount Gay, or Bacardi.
Do
So-
you know what my rum rapping name is? It's Boom Alley.
What?
Like Bacardi is Cardi B, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm Malibu, but Boom Alley. But I'm going to say that it's Mount Gay is my answer. Sorry.
You're gonna say it's Mount Gay.
Yeah.
All right, that's your answer. You're sticking to it. Studio audience. C was
Bacardi.
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 I am also going Bacardi.
I know they
They're
do
going
stuff in Puerto
Bacardi. He's
Rico.
also going Bacardi too. He's got so they're all going. You're saying Bacardi.
I am.
Well, I know
Studio
Mount Gay
audience
is in
is
Jamaica.
Yeah.
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 And Captain Morgan's. is
I like
Florida.
And
was-
I know Bacardi
I like
has a
this- I like
presence
that he's-
on
I
Puerto
like how he's
Rico.
figuring this out, trying to figure this out.
Backwards. Okay.
Yeah, backwards.
Well, I'm probably wrong about
yeah,
this.
you are.
Okay.
It's Captain Morgan. No, it's Bacardi. So they moved from Cuba to the Bahamas afterwards, and I think they do have now some. Places on Puerto Rico,
Right.
but actually it's done.
Barbados. Yeah.
Which we're gonna try some Barbados. Mount Gay, Bacardi did go to Puerto Rico, but originally went into the Bahamas.
Okay.
So you're somebody on the thing, and you are absolutely right. It is in Puerto Rico now. All right, but after the revolution is what.
It does not change the nature of the answer. It is Bacardi. Bahamas.
It is Bacardi. All right.
And
Do you guys want
Mount
to?
Gay-
I
Mount
was
Gay
gonna
is
say, how about the drink of the
Barbados.
show?
You want we haven't done the drink of the show, and we're like, Kathy, give it the Bushmills. So this is a new single barrel of Bushmills that just came in. This is aged 12 years. This is single malt Irish whiskey, bourbon and sherry cask, and it's finished in tequila cask. It's 47.5% ABV.
Now, Bushmills is currently owned by Proximo.
Proximo, you are correct. You're
Do we know what
you're
their,
approximately
do we know
correct.
what their tequila is? Does Proximo have it?
Avion,
So maybe they're not specifying the barrel, but
they're not. And I don't know if
so
they
for
would-
our listeners, if you are working within a column or a company, you tend to stay within that because
Right.
you don't
Why I
have to
do
order
live there, right.
outside of your thing to transport to for tax purposes for all sorts of reasons.
This is a lock and key
12 years of age, huh?
12-year-old Bushmills, but this one here is a single malt Irish. If the studio audience wants to come up and grab this, they can grab it and pour themselves some.
This is also done
Once
in a
Johnny can't
bourbon
run
and
around.
sherry cask. in
Bourbon and
addition.
sherry cask, and then finished in the tequila cask.
Yeah. So you got all
There you
three.
go. All right. Don't go light on that.
So Bushmills is triple
He's-
distilled, but they're
Hey,
a
don't
lot
put
of
your
that
lips
malt.
around the top.
Yeah.
What is he guzzling it? Stop it. All right. What do you think? This is a new one. This one just came in. We have about 5 cases of
If
the
you like
stock.
Scottish Speyside single malt and those descriptors of things, you're going to love this. It defies a lot of the Irish category.
It does. The tequila is very, very subtle.
Yeah.
I don't get a lot of that, but the bourbon and sherry is definitely
Bourbon and
there.
sherry really shine through on this one. I like this
Agree.
one. Well, I like this one a lot when I tried the
Yeah,
sample, which
it's
is
really
why
good.
we have it. But
Single
you know,
barrel, and this is all that would,
this is it.
you have everything.
We divided this one up. So this is in a couple other stores across gatepost stores that do lock and key stuff. And there was one other person.
Again, for the listeners out there,
I
typically
think it's
you get
Wyman's.
right-
Wyman's out in Leominster.
Yeah.
has like some of the stuff.
You get right of first refusal when you have the full barrel,
Mhm.
and you can definitely sell some of it, but like it's also
I've been pushing for more companies to do, especially when you started getting, especially when you have when you have something that's not going to be a big seller. I've been trying to push companies into doing what I call share barrels,
Yeah.
or barrels for independent retailers across the state. All right, I don't think
And this is
that's what-
going against the grain because back in the day, a retailer wanted to have something that was exclusive to their store. But what you find is if you have a bunch of stuff that's exclusive to your store, there's definitely a benefit to the brand itself being able to move product and get
Right.
people excited about it. And that also benefits the retailer. So if you get into that kind of selfish mode, only for Julio's, only for me, it kind of hurts your long-term ability to expand and get new projects and do other things, because if you can play well with others, everybody, all boats float with that rising tide.
That's right. And this is something that, like, look, it's going to be difficult for everybody to carry this and sell enough of this out there. But like, we have 5 cases. This is great. I mean, this is really, really good. It is 6-year-old Irish at 65
With
bucks.
a bespoke single barrel.
I don't know
yeah.
what is going on. Sorry, guys.
Yeah. So, John, you like to taste whiskey and or write endlessly about it. So
I'm a little verbose.
what
sometimes.
do we have? Not just a joke, but what are you tasting and what are you enjoying about this Bushmills?
I'm definitely getting a lot of that malt flavor. It's like you were saying. So, you know, being a big Scotch guy, although I do love my Irish too, it does dram a little bit more like Scotch. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right in that category. It's got those classic flavors. You can definitely detect the sherry and the bourbon.
Yep.
So you get like some of those nice, like,
Not totally a sherry bomb in some sense.
Right.
And I think that when I'm tasting a lot of the single malt scotches, I get like what I call an oaty cake, which is a Scottish like kind of biscuit or cracker that that it has that bread forward kind
You
of
pass the ball there.
flavor. And that isn't because it's just barley. You're not getting barley bread flavor.
Right.
You're getting like almost like a sweetness from it.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
The
Really good.
color is a pale or straw yellow, which a lot of things that go into the sherry tend to be a little bit darker and redder in color. But I think that they just did it to taste and made a delightful kind of balance of those flavors.
And it is a 47.5 ABV, which is what I was looking for.
Yeah.
So it's like right in there.
Yeah, it's really good. I like
It's
this one a
delicious.
lot.
Yeah.
2 minutes.
It still is triple distilled.
All Bushmills is triple distill, and they tend to use almost 100% malted barley, although they will do special editions with pot still distillation.
Really nice. I love
Great,
this
one of the greatest distillery tours that you can go on, and the oldest licensed distillery in the world, in 1709 or something ridiculous.
I wanted to talk to you guys about, and this, I thought it was really sort of cool. We're going to try this since we were doing this one, right? So we have on the Bushmills, we have an Irish whiskey that was finished in tequila gas, right?
Right.
So this week, Whiskey Wednesday, which is sold out, we're going to be doing Lafroig.
Oh boy.
All right. But they that's the Beam Suntory company, and they also own El Teriso, the tequila. Well, Tesoro. And we actually did a barrel with them that was aged, that was finished
1 minute.
in Lafroig barrels.
Yeah.
So I figured we're going to try this Wednesdays, but I figured you guys would have it today. So here is a tequila finished in an Isla Scotch barrel.
All right.
So a little bit different. We're gonna try that.
from The
Yeah.
Bushmills in the sense that the peated, earthy kind of style.
Now give this one to our studio audience, and they can have some
Yeah.
too.
I notice you're not passing the bottle this time.
No, I have a cup. I have a cup that I'm going to give it to him.
Yeah.
Well, he went
30
for it. I think
seconds.
Cousin Vinny had to tackle him. All right, 30 seconds, guys. Just try this one out. See what you think.
So delightful.
Yeah, you'd want to try and or enjoy an Isla whiskey because it has a little kiss of that phenolic or peated style to
10
it.
seconds.
It's not overwhelming, but I think that's not a flavor. That's a flavor that polarizes some people.
Well,
All
it's
right.
good.
Well,
Yeah,
you're
go ahead,
listening
we're
to
gonna
It's
take it
the
out.
Liquor Talking here on WCRN, where we learned that Stony Minerality is not just a can girl on.
You have no idea what you're talking about. Moving on. All right. I don't know. We keep
Okay, you're clear.
okay. We keep losing you. I don't know why, Ross. It says it's timing out. I don't know why.
And it's also cutting in and out.
Yeah, but that's his side.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I don't know why we're cutting. We're just dropping from there, and the internet connection's fine. So I don't know why. So cousin Vinny may have to
Step in.
Cousin Vinny may have
The
to step
enforcer.
in the show and send it to them so that they can cut it. and
But
put it
let's
in.
talk about something that's very important.
What
I
do you
heard that
What'd you hear?
Vincent Ericetti,
Yes.
the man behind the scenes on so many of the things that we do,
Yeah.
may have brought food to the table.
You just I cannot stop. Well, the reason why he did that is because he went over to Stop and Shop and picked up some wings, and the reason why he did that is because for those of you who don't know, they are
Stop and
closing
Shop.
some of the Stop and Shops down.
Causing a little bit of a fervor or kerfuffle because people were worried that it might be their.
It might be
store
ours,
closing. Yeah.
right? And we just found out today that it is not ours.
Look at
Okay.
that hot sauce.
And Vinny also brought down some hot sauce, but he didn't open it for me. He just gives it to me and says, "Here,
Yeah.
go deal with this on your own."
Here's my question. Did they say, hey, it's not going to be
Well, I mean, you gotta prep this stuff, Vin. I'm gonna yell
Yeah.
at Vinny now because he loves it when I yell at him. All right. So I wanted to give you guys some hot sauce so you could have some hot sauce.
But this is
with us.
big news. Were they announcing people who didn't close, or did they?
They
run a
announced
list of
they
who's not
announced a
gonna
list of who's
I
shutting
guarantee
down.
it's
So if you,
the store near me.
well, I know there's so many in Massachusetts. I'm gonna just take a little bit and I'm gonna pass this down because I'll never see this again.
It's all stop, no shop where
I'll shop. We'll stop.
They're pretty good.
Here we go, Randall.
All right. So you got some,
I get some hot sauce.
why are
in there.
you just handing me the whole tray? Are you?
I'm from Buffalo.
All right.
Yeah, this is
so
sacrilege to Johnny.
This is not the real thing.
Do you know the correct way to eat,
Of course,
the
blue
wing
cheese.
portion of it?
Is that what you're talking
No,
about? Blue cheese?
I'm
no.
gonna slide it off.
No, in
No,
one bite.
here's the thing with
Not a
that.
lot of people.
I'm gonna call Johnny out on this one.
Oh,
You're gonna show me the correct way. Yeah, he roots for the Buffalo Bills.
of course
There you
I
go.
do.
I'm just gonna leave it there.
Yep.
You're not that smart,
I know
John.
where my allegiances are.
It's good.
You can take the kid out of Buffalo, but you can't take Buffalo out of the kid.
Oh, you can beat it out of him pretty good though if you try.
It's, you've tried, but it's in there pretty good.
Got some napkins.
So
That's
this
good.
is featuring the lock and key hot sauce.
You said
Yeah, that's the lock and key hot sauce.
just
So you are, just
Here,
by
get some
claiming
napkins.
that you're
Here,
gonna
give Randall
eat
some
the
napkins. That's gonna get real ugly. down
Buffalo
there.
style wings, you are wearing a lock and key shirt and have betrayed
You better
lock
just
and
drink
key
here.
logo.
That means you just have to drink the hot
Just
sauce.
drink
There you
the
go.
hot sauce.
There you go.
I can do that.
And I wouldn't say
Be a
this is like unbelievably hot.
No,
It's
the,
just
the
a
hot
nice
sauce
balance.
is actually really good. I love the hot sauce.
I noticed I forgot my water, but I love this hot sauce so much.
It won't have it.
That I
Won't be,
can
won't be
actually do
talking
this.
in a
All right.
second.
No,
All
I
right.
can do this.
When we get back, we got to do some other stuff here. So I got to look and see what we're going to do. Did you want to do that? Did you want to do that BlackBerry? Thank you.
Yeah, I can do that BlackBerry if you want.
All right. So I'll get that ready for you while we're waiting.
I just drank the hot sauce.
Did you? How you
did.
doing, Duddy? You know, hot sauce
You
is
know?
okay. You know, hot
hot,
sauce can
but
be
it's not
okay
great.
going in.
Oh, good. It's flavor.
Yeah, it can be good
It's
going in. It's
flavor.
going out that you might have a problem with.
I'm still okay there too.
I'll give you
Yeah, so to give you a little bit of a backdrop on what's going on. So I brought
no. We're gonna let's do
Oh,
that when we
okay,
get
right.
back on the air.
Okay, all right.
Why illuminate anybody with what's happening here?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, we'll keep everybody in the dark. This is great. I'm also monitoring to make sure we're still on the air.
Yeah. All sorts of things going
I'm
on.
monitoring
Stuff
these
today.
chicken wings.
Are you monitoring the chicken wings
Studio audience, if you would like some chicken wings, you better.
30 seconds.
with 30
Okay.
seconds? All right. So we'll wait the 30 seconds. And by the way, do you guys want to try gin and juice, which we've been doing every week? Now this week we got melon, or Viva grapefruit tequila seltzer.
Let's go with the melon.
You want to try them?
10 seconds. Quiet on the set.
Here we go.
I want them to redeem themselves after this.
All right. We'll save that one for when we.
Have it, and that's winning enough for us. Day drink responsibly. They cannot offend you because they know not what they say. Live from the Jim Beard Studio in the heart of Julio's Liquors, Route 9 in Westboro, it's the Liquor with your hosts Ryan Maloney and Spirits Medium Randall Bird.
All right, everybody, we're back. I think we're back. We've been having some technical difficulties today. We're gonna shut that music off. Hey, everybody, we're back. I guess that is really, really, really loud. Can you stop the music, Russ? Thank you.
It's redlining.
Thank you. It's redlining.
It's clipping on.
Yeah,
our
it's
side.
flipping on our side. All right, everybody. We're back. So John says to me today, he goes, "Hey, I want to try out some blackberry flavored whiskey that's been really hot." And I go, "Why? We're out again. And it's not going to be back in until August." He goes, "Yeah, but I think it'd be fun to do." Like, okay,
I just
let's get everybody's hopes up.
it was
John Hendricks wanted to drink blackberry flavored whiskey. Let's
At-
just be
at-
clear
Let's
about
go.
what
Let's
happened.
go. I think we should just go with that.
So I have to say this started back in February, and I wanted to see what all the hubbub was about. So the first
Go around.
go around that we got it, I bought one of the last bottles on the shelf, took it home, and I'm like, all right, this is going to be a summer thing, and I just hadn't gotten to it yet. Of course, we got more, and it sold out in 2 days.
Oh, it sold. Yeah, and that was not telling anybody and making everybody limited at one per person.
And
Sold out
yeah.
again.
And in the meantime, between those two, and even since, we've had a never-ending stream of people come in the store asking for it.
Yeah.
Almost as
It's
much
the
as
Crown
they're-
Royal blackberry flavored whiskey.
just as much as they're asking for Blanton's or Weller or any of that other stuff.
Can I
This
point-
is in the mix.
I know, but here's the thing: here's what gets me about this. All right, they're not using like the best whiskey they have to make this.
Sure.
It's flavoring.
Yep.
How do you? Yeah, at one point, why is there a supply problem? This is like a supply problem for like
Well-
I don't know, like Fireball or something like that.
I'll
It's
tell
like
you exactly
you're
what
just
the
making
supply problem is.
the supply. Is that what it is?
Riding on it.
Oh, then why didn't I figure that out earlier?
Whoa,
No,
you can really
seriously, because
smell
they're not
this.
going to let it go out the door without the complete packaging.
Why
I
they're switching? Did you
guarantee-
know they're switching packaging? Did you know this?
No.
The
Beaver tree.
the 1.75s are not coming in boxes anymore, nor bags. They're naked now, and they just put them out there to save packaging. So I don't think that's quite it, Randall.
Yeah,
I
but
think
this
you
this
maybe-
all has it, right?
This does have it.
So
But
if you make
they'll come up
40,000
with
of those
20 different
bags,
sizes now with this.
Yeah.
You'll see when they come back, it'll be like 1.75s, it'll be liters, it'll be 750s.
Yeah.
But like you could just do 750s till the cows come home. Everybody's still looking for it. So we decided that Johnny and I were talking, we decided that we were going to do
What time did the cows come? What time do the cows come on?
usually when the street lights go on. I
Okay.
mean, don't you know anything? It's 10 o'clock, Randall. Do you know where your cars are?
That's right.
No.
So lemonade is the one you would do this with. So we said, let's do Fever Tree Sicilian lemonade,
Yep.
sparkling lemonade with this, because that's sort of like the go-to
Blueberry
drink.
lemonade. Right?
No, it'd be blackberry lemonade.
Yeah. So this
Well,
is what-
blackberry lemonade.
yeah.
Sorry.
It smells good. I
It
mean,
does.
it
You
smells
could
like
s-
blackberry.
You can smell the blackberry as soon as I cracked that top. I could smell that right away. But I really wanted to see what all the craze was. about
This is good. This is good.
This is something
I like
that
it.
is really easy to drink. I mean, even out of the bottle, and you're not worried about having to worry about understanding whiskey to taste it.
It's 35 ABV. It does say whiskey on.
Can
the
I
bottle,
have just?
so,
Would it be okay, John? Would you give me
yeah,
just a little bit?
neat.
Yeah, just a little
I
neat.
was-
I
I
want to
was-
see something. Here.
Let me
I was-
cleanse
And
my
now you
palate
got
with
me all
another
curious
whiskey.
now.
Here, I was hoping you would like what we should do.
Just
this
give me
week,
just
too.
a little bit. I just need a little bit.
Yep.
Because now it's got me to the point where because you're doing it the way you gave it to me. I can't taste the whiskey. I can taste the black. Is we get to the point where
It
could it
doesn't
have
taste
just been vodka, right? Did it need to be whiskey?
And the
Well,
answer's
it does
probably-
if it says Crown Royal.
Okay, I can no straight up. I can still taste the whiskey. So
Yeah.
it's not like
They have peach, they have vanilla,
no,
they
no, I
have
know
apple.
you know, but you
and
get
you
what
can
I'm saying.
always get a little bit of that
Of the
Crown
whiskey.
taste, but it's not that the Crown taste has to be or different
right.
blends.
The recipe on the box calls for lemonade. I do love it with the lemonade, but I could certainly see sipping this on the rocks. Full size.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's fine. It's not. What's
Yeah.
the ABV on this?
35.
35. So I mean, yeah, you could. I like it. I like it with the Fever Tree.
Yeah.
It tastes really good.
Love the Fever Tree because the Fever Tree is a little bit of
A little bit of
Sicilian
sparkling, but it's
bitter
got
in there,
sparkling,
too.
but it's really nice.
It's refreshing.
Cousin Vinny would love this. It's Sicilian. He loves that.
What do you think, audience?
Audience, what do you think? He likes it. Mikey likes it.
Well,
It's too easy to drink. I think
Yeah.
is what.
But I
he's
think
getting
that
at.
that's the selling point is that you
Right.
can like show up with your friends that are drinking whiskey and
Can I give you the story now about like having this stuff that like we've had Crown Royal when they've introduced these new flavors, we've had the same problem where I had to limit it one per person.
Salted caramel was a
Yeah, salted caramel was another one because it comes out the thing. Are you still eating those?
I'm intently looking at
all
you
right,
while
all right.
I
Yeah, that's
down
great.
all
It's
these.
also it's really disgusting and creepy. We had like a husband and wife, and we said, we have one per,
Sure.
and he takes two, and I'm like, sir, it's one per, and he goes, well, my wife's here, and I go, okay, technicality, you got me, but I'm just going to point out if the guy before you had done the same thing, you wouldn't even have one.
Yeah.
His wife goes, put it back, put one back. So they walked out with one. So
I will say this to whoever's listening right now, as of today, which is July 14th,
13th.
13th. This is my bottle from home. I love sharing whiskey. I will have it hiding upstairs because it's not fair that we don't have it on the shelf. But if you're curious and you want to come in,
I'll be
and
on the
find
frisky
me,
whiskey wagon.
I'll have it hiding somewhere, and you're more than welcome to try it.
Oh, that's very nice of you, John.
Whiskey is best shared. That's
There
the
you go.
best thing about
You don't know about that?
sharing
It's
whiskey.
best hoarded and then sealed away. Never
Hoarded and sealed away so no one else can try it.
Or
We had Marissa Mazzata here on Wednesday from Samson and Surrey, and one of their brands is Widow Jane, which is fantastic whiskey. She went through the whole lineup, or almost the whole lineup. You can check that out on It's the Liquor Talking Facebook page. Excuse me, I'm losing it today. You can check that out on It's the Liquor Talking wherever you get your podcasts. It's up there, or you can go to the Julio's Liquors page and look under the videos, and you can find it there. You can see the whole tasting. She did a fantastic job.
I was just going to say, she was a great guest, very articulate, and had some good stories to tell when she was in there.
So
too.
Widow Jane, they had Baby Jane.
We had
Baby
Baby
Jane.
Jane last week. Oh, and I did
Yeah,
find
no
out the
Mary
answer.
Jane.
No, Mary Jane. I did find that's a different whiskey. Sir, if you want to try something, I got some for you right here. I did find out the answer on the Baby
Again, the
Jane.
bottle did not go out, just a small sample.
He's got it right there. No, he was fine. I was being lazy before when I handed it to him because we had the mugs. I found out the answer of the Baby Jane because it says Kentucky and New York.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they
2
are
minutes left.
they are using their own corn, New York, at Red Hook and down in Brooklyn and down in Kentucky, and they are but everything is being finished in New York with the water from the Widow Jane mine, the limestone water from there, from New York.
Straight out of the Hudson.
So, because you'll see on the bottle that it'll say, yeah, right on the Hudson. You'll see on the bottle it says Kentucky and New York, and people were getting. I was confused. I just wanted a clarification. She did clarify that up. So if you want a further explanation, watch that tasting.
And by the way, if you're thinking everyone can play fast and loose with that terminology, it has to go through the TTB.
No, it
They
does.
can't
Yeah,
print the
you
label
can't.
without it.
Right.
So it did meet a standard. It was just confusing to, I think.
Yeah, just like
consumers
how
and
it's
us.
done.
Yeah.
This is a minimum age on this is 13 years old. This is the one we're trying right now is the Widow Jane Lucky 13.
1 minute.
Age 13 years at American Oak, pure limestone water from the legendary Rosendale mines of New York. This is a blend of straight bourbon whiskeys. The youngest being 13. It's some of them are older. 46.5%.
We'll have all of this out at the cart today. Everything that we've tried on the show.
Mm.
You can see Ray for the wines. I'll have everything else.
That's really good.
Yeah, I'm
this.
really enjoying this bourbon because it's
This
just
13 is
smooth,
really
30 seconds.
rounded, delicious.
Yeah, it's really, really good. Hey, so next week we are gonna have a show next week. And right after the show at 2:00 in the afternoon, Saturday, July 20th, from 2 to 3:30, will be the Summer Beer Festival featuring over 25 breweries. I'm gonna give you that as those again. Jack's Abbey, Trogs, Stone, Allagash, Cold Harbor, Trillium, Medusa, Sam Adams, Harpoon, Greater Good, Notch Brewing, Mighty Stone, Lawson's, a whole bunch of others. Please join us for that.
And it's the Liquor Talk, and thank you for listening. And we'll be back next week with more.
Thanks, Russ.
Okay, you're clear.
Thank you. All right.
So should I phone in next week? You should.
Let's see. Hold on.
I might be in
Stop it.
Death Valley on the way up to my 128 degrees.
I was going to say it's going to be about 130 degrees there.
Oh.
It's just turning sand into glass.
Yeah.
All right. All
Why
right. Great.
not?